Payton. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brian Shaw had some advice for the team over that last break. He told his guys their offense needed to run through Mr. Clutch. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboards. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And after the game, it was said he was in a heated discussion with a teammate. Not sure exactly what the topic was, but it might have been ball movement.
I would guess that one of them was unhappy with what he perceived as a look-off. That's when a guy acts like he sees you, but he doesn't. Whatever it was, you would hope that those two would be able to get it sorted out in private.
Well, Channing Frye has always been a great perimeter shooter, but where he's really improved is with his inside game. Teams like to switch guards on him, but when they do, he can now finish inside over that smaller player. That's what makes him a versatile offensive threat.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 8 points his last outing. Harris misses.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. .124 left to play in the first quarter. And it's blocked. The Magic trail by 10. Down low. Here's Mr. Clutch. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Danny Granger.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Nicholson's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Oladipo in for Fournier. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Napier comes in for Dwayne Wade. For Miami, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early.
Well, pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club, right around 78% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Pass to Granger. Here's Napier. Jacks up a 3. That's good. Napier's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
The shot's good from Mr. Clutch.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Chalmers with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Granger outside. Clock at 6. Bosch sets the pick for Chalmers. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Here's Mr. Clutch, averaging 10 points per contest. It's blocked. And here is Chalmers. Granger inside the line. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard.
This Friday.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon out there with Andrew Nicholson, and it's Mr. Clutch in at the 1 spot. And it's Cole missing. The Magic trail by 8.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Erik Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 Finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach. but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
Haslam a screen. And there's the pass to Napier. Beyond the arc. Mick Roberts misses. Well, Orlando shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Oladipo. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points. Birds at the line. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Heat out.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground.
It's go time.
Miami leading by 3. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Tearing up the backcourt, Napier and Wade. Mick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Granger in at the small forward. And it's Wade penetrating. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complementary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
6 to shoot. Here's Harris. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Harris has got 9. Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, with Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective. Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy, folks. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Should suit him well.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Orlando, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line. That's good from Harris.
Tobias Harris.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Wade, still a dynamite finisher around the rim, one of the league's preeminent slashers.
Yeah, he's extremely productive in the pick and roll, able to score and make plays for others with his outstanding vision.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, for some, Aaron Gordon is seen as a tweener, and for Gordon, it isn't going to faze him. He said, obviously you have to play a position in the NBA, but I'm going to do a little bit of everything. Post up, hit jumpers, go by people. I'm going to do it all. I'm confident that I can play both the 3 and the 4. He has the skills to pull it off, Kevin.
And he does. Thank you, Doris. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the three-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. You know, but they kept firing away from long range.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I thought that was one of the things that doomed him. I mean, you can't stick with something if it's not working for you.
3 on the clock, and it's Vucevic missing.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
The Magic have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. No good from Mr. Clutch.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Bosh dishes to Cole. And it's Wade penetrating. And the shot is good. Wade's got 5 points so far.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And now a quick look at some very potent men in there lately. highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. In the third spot, Chris Bosh.
And there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively, face up or back to the basket. They can get it done.
And that's what makes that list so intriguing to me, Steve, just how varied it is in terms of technique each of those big men use. I mean, you could fill a textbook by taking a little piece of each of their games. I mean, they all do something different and unique and do it well.
The Magic trail by 5.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the way. Vucevic has got 6.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Wade outside. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Cole's shot is good.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Fournier. Here's Mr. Clutch. Wade is covering. Out to the right wing. Releases from 15. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Vucevic.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
And Cole kicks to Bosh. Lays it up and banks it in. Bosh has got 6 in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Fry passes to Mr. Clutch. He dishes it to Fournier. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Vucevic missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And stolen by Fry. Here's Fournier, averaging 8 points a game. They retain possession.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Wade with it, picked up by Harris. And it's Wade penetrating inside to Bosh. Takes a shot at the elbow. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Inside to Vucevic. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Fry. To the left side wing. Mr. Clutch, no good on the 3.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
That's good. Cole's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 1 second left. No good on that last second attempt there. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Miami ahead as they wrap up the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. And we'll have for Orlando. The Heat also changing it up. Wash comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Cole subbed in for Mario Chalmers.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seems.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
You know, this is the 3rd consecutive matchup for them against these guys in the season series. It just seems to be a really good matchup for them.
Yeah, it does, and there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I think the sweep will be in order.
Mr. Clutch, he's in at point guard. Fournier and Harris filling out the perimeter. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. That's who's out there for Orlando. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath, you're
Yep.
right. Bosh, the screen. And Cole kicks to Haslam. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Here's